Hello everyone, this is Darren Fitz from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR '09. Today we have a race at Dover, I believe. Yeah, Dover. Yeah, that can only go well, and then possibly a race at Texas depending on how quick things go. That race at Texas says it requires 2 pit stops, so we got to keep that in mind as well. If you recall last episode, we finished 14th at Charlotte. So that was a very big improvement compared to our 36th, 36th, 33rd, 26th recently. And then, of course, we had the win at Daytona. So, without further ado, let's head off to Dover for the AAA Insurance 200. Alright, here we are starting our qualifying lap. I did about 10 minutes of practice and it was pretty bad. So I'm expecting this to be about as bad as that was. It feels a little bit better after some last-minute adjustments I made, but it's pretty bad. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. It's gonna take an act of God for us to probably have any remote success here. Step on it, dude. Last lap. 29th from that first lap. That was better than anything I'd done in practice, so we're on the right track here. One thing we absolutely cannot do is hit that apron. That will send us straight into the wall. So I'm trying to be a little more cautious about that. But I have no idea what to expect once we do get into the race. Oh yeah, this lap's not going to be any better. This lap's not going to be any better. So 29th it is. Yep. Oh, this is brutal. This is absolutely brutal. But I'm going to just make one last adjustment. We'll do that. And we're going to go to the race and hope that we can have a decent finish. Remember, we got some objectives that we need to do. So top 30 is probably something we absolutely have to have. Alrighty, we're green. We turned black flags off last episode, so hopefully we don't have any issues there. Oh, cornering is still a big struggle. Still a big struggle. We're just going to have to defend as much as we can because we don't have any speed here. And now I'm hitting the wall, and that's going to help so much. And now we're on the outside, and here comes the train coming through. Well, this is just miserable, if I'm being perfectly honest. Not much I can do about the situation either, which is even more depressing, I guess the word would be. Okay, that wasn't a terrible corner. I can get off without hitting the wall. We're super tight off. I'm just going to put that out there. We are super tight off. And it's really annoying. Oh, hello, dude. Thank you for interjecting yourself very last minute there. Well, no, he just went up the track. That is all his fault. I am not to blame for that one. We're going to pit now. No, we can't make it to the end from here, but we're going to at least try to throw the kitchen sink as far as adjustments at it. Because at this point, I'm going to need all the help I can get. Oh, what a wonderful game this is. It's not frustrating at all. No, why would it be frustrating? Any day now. Any day. You can kind of get a good mindset of how long these freaking cautions take. We're all about learning things here at ATF Gaming. Okay, can you let me change my settings now? Okay, all 4 tires, yes. Lowering the wedge even more. Adding more grill tape. I know I put grill tape on earlier. I'm not going to mess with tire pressure.
Alright guys, more tires.
Alright, we're going to see what this does. I'll see you guys on the restart. Alright, here we are. Let's see what we can do here. Not going to be scared to pass before the start-finish line if we get a good launch. Or I can get loose off the corner and cause a caution immediately. That wasn't frustrating at all. Maybe I loosened the car up too much. I gotta be more careful on entry. It's exit that I really loosened the car up for, but entry is still gonna be an issue.
Get ready, we're going green. Green, 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 let's go.
Alright, let's see if we can actually do anything. I have my strongest doubts, but we're going to give it a shot here. Come on. Come on. Make up some ground. Anything, please. Nope. Alright, I'll bring you guys back in if anything interesting happens, but we're pretty much destined for our last place until pit stops happen. Alright, pit stops have started to commence. My only hope and prayer of anything successful coming out of this race is if pit stops start and the caution comes out. We do still have to pit. We are not quite good on fuel. So I'm just going to try to stay out as long as I can here. Let's see what happens. See if we can get lucky, catch a caution that's not caused by me preferably. That was very strange. I've never had something like that happen before. Okay. Not quite the yellow flag I was hoping for, but it's still a yellow flag, and it was caused by pit exiting. So it's still a yellow flag. We passed some cars, possibly lapping some cars. We need to pit, obviously. And I will see you guys on the restart.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, so in attempt to pull some strategy, I took 2 tires on that stop. So we're now in 11th. So that's a thing. We only have to hold our position for 5 laps. That might be easier said than done, but we just need to try to hold a decent position. Not saying we need to stay in the top 10, we just need to block, block, block. And doing that is not going to help that strategy. So this is now turned into the how good can Aaron block game as to how many positions I'm going to manage to save here. And getting on the apron is not going to help. Alright, just go. Just go. 1 position won't hurt me. But 10 will if I try to block and they get on the inside of me. Do not spin out. Do not be a cause of caution. You will lose all of your spots, Aaron. Okay. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go. Just gotta be safe and block, block, block.
Got 1 outside. You are clear. Car high, car high.
Don't let them low either. That is the worst thing you could do, is to let them low.
Clear on either side.
2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. This and the master strategist has struck again, most likely, assuming I don't do anything stupid in these last 2 laps, which is perfectly possible. Oh, the car didn't turn again, just like that one time.
One more lap. White flag, last lap.
Okay. White flag is out, sponsored by Joe's Snowblowers. Lord knows we need that in Michigan every single day of the week.
Got one of mine.
Because it started snowing again the other day. But I think we're finally clear of winter now. I don't care if you pass me, but if I wreck, I'm never going to be able to recover from it. Oh, and that's not a smart thing to do. That's not a smart thing to do. Okay. Okay. 15. That is a miracle. That is an absolute miracle. Woody Irving wins the race, so good for him, I guess. But a 15th place finish after all that, that is something to be proud of for our crew chief, which is me. That'll help in the rep department a little bit, I would assume. Yeah, that helped a little bit. But overall, I can't get mad about that. Let's head back to the menu here. Oh, do I want to try to get Texas in? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to get Texas in or not. We'll do it. We'll do it. Assuming nothing earth-shattering happened in the next 2 minutes. So that definitely helps us with our obligations. Top 30 for sponsorship objectives. Qualifying in the top 30 is part of the team objectives. An average finish in the top 25. So that will help our average finish. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I can do here. So, Texas is next, where I have to make 2 pit stops in that race. So that might leave open an avenue for strategy. And considering our relative success at Kansas, well, not Kansas, Lowe's, I would assume Texas would also be successful. So let's head there and do some off-screen practice and then off to the qualifying. Alright, here we are for qualifying. This track is very strange, I've learned in practice. You can be pretty much flat out in this corner, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But then 3 and 4, you have to slow down so much. It really makes absolutely no sense to me. But I did feel like I put down a relatively decent qualifying effort. Also, the line where the rubber is very confusing on this track in 3 and 4. So, I don't really know what's going on. Let's see what lap 1 does. It felt pretty good.
Hey, this is it.
30th.
One more.
That's not good.
Hey, do we need
And
more
it just kicks loose very, very randomly. It makes no sense. That's what I'm trying to get at. It makes absolutely no sense. But I'm not the master racer here. I'm sure there was some genius in the EA Sports department who were like, hey, this is what Texas is supposed to be like. And I'm sure he was right at some point. But I feel like this is not what Texas is supposed to be like.
We're gonna have to start towards the back, but we'll get up there.
Okay, we moved up to 27th, so top 30 qualifying effort is good. And I really have nothing else to say except let's go to the race and see what happens.
Green, buddy, go, go, go.
I really have no idea what to expect. We're going to just try to take advantage of our really good starts here. Try to gain some spots that way. Thank you for turning black flags off previous me. Alright, that guy's going to block. That's fine. And we're going to get shunted on the outside, and the train is going to go right past us, just like last race. I don't understand this corner at all. I'm just going to say that with all honesty. I don't understand 3 and 4 right now. Give me room, please. Thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah, this track is just very confusing. from my vantage point, and that's going to be a wall if I don't let off. But the best we can do is hold our position. We're going to have to do 2 pit stops, it said, so we're going to have to be careful on that regard. And maybe pull off some strategy, but usually strategy ends up resulting from a wreck, so I would prefer not to have it that way. So I guess if we just stay on strategy with everybody else, it'll still be a good finish in comparison to where we were a couple episodes ago. Had to let off again. It really doesn't make any sense, but whatever. This track doesn't make much sense to me, and I'm fine with that. This is before the configuration, so 3 and 4 should not be so much different than 1 and 2. But whatever. All I know is we have a ton of speed going down the front stretch for whatever reason. Again, it baffles me that we have a ton of speed. But yeah, I really haven't made any engine upgrades. Okay, get off of me, please. Thank you. Oh, this game. This game is frustrating, but not many people have done a full career mode on this game, so that's why I'm sticking with it. We're rolling with the punches for now. That's why it's one of the 2 series that I know are going to be happening for the weeks to come. If you haven't, go ahead and check out my channel update video if you've made it this far in the video and wondering what I'm talking about. Sure, check that out. I've discussed some changes. This channel is no longer going to be an everyday channel, so basically what's happening is the week that this goes up, most likely, is the week I am backlogging a ton of videos so that I don't have to have as much stress on me to record videos the day before they're supposed to be up, or having to edit it at like 2 o'clock in the morning before it goes up, and stuff like that. That's really been weighing on me recently, so that's why we're making some changes here. But, I mean, we're in 18th place, which is very good considering it's mostly on pace. Partially on blocking strategies. As you can see, we're nowhere near anybody in front of us. However, this corner is going to, not going to help. How far are we away from our first pit stop? We're about a little under halfway on fuel. So it's going to be fairly close to making it to the end on 1 stop. So I guess that's why they recommend 2 stops. Maybe I could pull a little strategy if there's a timely caution, but I don't really know what the plan is. We're just going to pit when everybody else pits, it looks like. And again, the truck just decided to rocket up to the top of the track for no apparent reason. I'm doing everything exactly the same, but this game doesn't really understand that, apparently. But right now, it's just all about the blocking game, and I'm doing a terrible job of it because I believe my tires are worn. Yeah, that's a lot of red. So hopefully pit stops will be commencing soon. So, yeah, I just don't know what... Fuel is extremely low. Thanks for the warning. I guess it's okay to pit this lap, assuming that caution doesn't come out. But we're gonna go 1 more just to be safe. Nobody's coming in, so we'll go 1 more just to be safe, and then we will come in for our first of 2 stops. And that'll make sure we're for sure good to the end. If a timely caution comes out, then maybe I'll pull some strategy. But other than that, I'm out of fuel. I'm out of fuel. A bunch of people are out of fuel, I think. How did I run out of fuel that quickly? I went 1 extra lap with 2 bars. And how am I out of fuel so much sooner than everybody else? Of course. The one freaking race that I had a chance to actually run well on pace. Oh, frick everything. No, don't do that, Aaron. Do that.
Pack it with fuel. Alright guys, more time.
God damn it. Why? Game, why do I run out of fuel so much faster? Makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And now I'm gonna fall 2 laps down most likely.
Great stop, everyone.
So if a caution comes out right now, we are screwed. And here we are going to go a 2nd lap down right now. So we cannot afford a caution. We're going to merge on right now. There seems to be an opening. So this is not good. Just going to put that out there. This is not good. Why am I running out of fuel so much faster than everybody else? This is the first group of people pitting. But now I'm apparently extremely fast for some reason. I'm passing these guys. There must be some level of rubber banding here.
We just changed stands.
So I'm going to be at least 4 laps short on fuel. They're only going to be 1 or 2 laps short on fuel, which is even more concerning. So if we get a caution, they might be able to make it to the end, but I will not be able to. So this is all quite concerning. And of course we have the issue of usually the AI likes to cause a caution when coming off a pit road. But it does seem like the majority of the field is on pit road right now. Don't you dare cause a...
You might want to pit during this caution.
We're pitting. We're pitting. Wait, no, don't pit. Dang it, I can't change it. Oh, that's the menu.
Last lap under yellow.
Well, I just screwed myself even more because I think I might have been able to get a wave around, but... We're a lap down now. Most likely, I would assume.
Go, buddy. Green flag.
Yep, we're a lap down. I highly doubt anybody's on my lap, so... We're officially screwed. Well, I might be wrong. We did pass somebody. So there might be a few people on my lap, but obviously we're never going to get back up to 18th again, that's for sure. Oh, frick. So now it's just a question of can everybody else make it on fuel? If they all have to pit again, we might be able to salvage a decent finish by pitting right then. But I really don't know what the whole situation is going to be. But we'll just run it out. Try not to be too obstructive, because we want them to pit under green. So we're just going to run it out like civil human beings, even though I'm incredibly pissed off with the situation.
Outside, outside. Watch it. Car up high. Bye, buddy. 5 to go.
Oh, we were going so well. And we've only passed 3 actual cars for position, so I have a feeling this is as high as we're going to get on our lap right now. Which is even more depressing. Well, I stand corrected. That guy, the 108, is a lap down with us, so that's one position, I guess. Obviously, we need to finish in the top 30 if we have any chance at our sponsorship or team objectives. So I desperately need everybody else to have to pit. And for us not to is also a key point in this.
All clear, whatever you need.
Okay, car just suddenly turned left again. Again, makes no sense. That's what caused the first incident.
Item numbers were about halfway on fuel.
Well, 32nd place finish is not going to cut it as far as the sponsorship objective. The team objective, we might still be in decent shape with because that has the qualifying the top 30 and the average finish, and we finished 15th in the last race, so it's very possible that that still might be obtainable. But the sponsorship objective is pretty much screwed right now. Oh, I can't even get mad at the game about this because this was all my fault. It really was. So I can't get mad at this game, even though this game is incredibly stupid.
2 to go.
And this track makes absolutely no sense. And the fact that they just took 2 laps to go means they're not pitting. So 32nd is where we're going to be stuck, it looks like. I don't think if I had stayed out that would have made any difference under that last caution. Because I don't think the wave around rule was in effect yet. So
You're running on fumes, buddy. Time to bring it in.
I don't know. I just don't know if there was anything I could have done about this besides, you know, not wrecking. But that's a given. White flag is out, sponsored by the Sadness Simulator. Oh, if we had been on the lead lap, we probably would have finished somewhere around 28th or 25th or something, but I knew pit stops were going to throw a wrench into things, and the fact that I ran out of fuel 2 whole laps before everybody else also made absolute no sense. So, well, 32nd it is. That's definitely not going to help in really anything. So that's depressing. Red Stewart wins the race. Good for him, I guess. Somehow we got rep out of that. I have no idea how that happened. Let's head back to the menu, see if there's anything else to take a look at. Oh, that was depressing, considering we were running 18th before all that happened. Oh. Yeah, that's frustrating, honestly. So, yeah, we are no longer going to complete the sponsor contract. We're still in good shape for the team contract, even though that really hurt our average finish. So we need to start doing a little bit better in that department. But the next episode, we will have Michigan. That's not going to go well. But Milwaukee could go very well. And I guess Michigan could go well because I would assume it's going to be mostly flat out. And obviously cornering is our big struggle right now. So it's possible. We got Milwaukee and then we got ORP or IRP depending on what you would know. And then we got a string of short tracks. We got Milwaukee, which kind of a short track. ORP short track, Bristol short track, New Hampshire kind of a short track again. And then we got Talladega coming up. That's going to be a good track for us. Martinsville, hopefully, well, without black flags, that'll go better this time. But then the end of the season doesn't look too promising. But we're almost to the end of the season. Standings, let's just look at that so that we know where we stand at least. 5-point differential between the top 3 guys, so that's interesting to note. But we are in 28th place, so could be better, obviously, but could be worse. That's about where we deserve, if I'm being perfectly honest. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.